Is student loan forgiveness enough to encourage more people to become doctors and nurses?
We are currently in school to be nurses right now, so yes, 100%.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the fact that the money I've had to borrow to go towards my education, it's not going to be a heavy factor. Of course, I still have to pay back whatever was beforehand, but I don't know. It's not something I'm going to lose sleep over after I finish nursing school. I feel like it's going to be pretty consistent how easily we're going to be able to pay things off based off of, yeah, our incomes in the future, hopefully.
I think so. I, as somebody who accumulated quite an extensive student debt, that would definitely be, I think, a pretty big factor in recruiting more people into healthcare for sure.
I think student loan forgiveness is a start. Opening more seats is another thing that they need to do, and they also need to have better paying positions in the province, whatever province you're in, but across Canada, but here in particular here in New Brunswick, to retain the talent that is here, because we've had many nurses, teachers, other well-trained professionals that have left the country to find work because they just can't get work here in the province, still to this day.
Yes, I think it would be for sure an encouragement to help with the fees. I don't know how long of a study you need for that, but I do think that will encourage people maybe a bit more if the fees are a help, yes.
To take one sector and forgive their loans only, I don't think that's fair. But I agree that we have to come up with something to get more doctors and nurses. It certainly is an issue that's not going to go away too quick, I believe. So.
Yeah, I think that should be a part of a strategic plan and a framework for encouraging a different kind of doctor into the future, different types of medical professionals. I think we have to focus greater attention on supporting our Indigenous colleagues to be able to get into medical school in the first place, and not feel that they have to leave because it's disrespectful of their culture. So I think we have definitely loan forgiveness should be one part of a broader strategy.
It would be varying degrees of loan forgiveness. So if you're willing to go to hard to serve isolated areas, I think it should be 100% loan forgiveness. And if you choose to be in an urban area, then loan forgiveness, but not as much as for people who are willing to go to rural or the hard to serve areas. And that would be my best suggestion.
Yeah, it's a good first step, absolutely. That is a high barrier to entry into the medical field. I mean, as a computer science student, I had $60,000 in student loan debt, but medical school is far more expensive. So any way to drop the barrier to getting them in the field is good. Is good as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, it's one avenue we could definitely explore for sure, but I think it's recruitment and retention of young people, whether that's in the provincial health system or it's private care, giving young people opportunity and reason to stay in that field versus trying to explore a job elsewhere. I think there's different ways to do it. Forgiveness in loans is one way, but I think making it an attractive workplace and recruiting and retaining young people that are in the medical field is the best bet.
I agree. I think the conditions for people in the medical field need to drastically improve. We hear time and time again that conditions in hospitals, conditions for family doctors, they're really not ideal. They're really stressed, pressured. I don't think they have adequate resources to do a proper job to give that care to folks. So I think that a lot of changes aside from just student loan forgiveness have to be implemented.
I think absolutely. I can speak personally about student loans, and if we relieve that, I think I imagine you'd see an uptick in registration for that. So absolutely.
Absolutely. I think that critical jobs need support, especially nurses. I think nurses make the world go round, and I think we need more better quality nurses. And they go through a lot, they see a lot, and I think they could use the support.
I think it may remove a barrier for some that qualify for student loans, but the tuition is only a small part of an education. There's lost income along the way and other significant living expenses, especially for programs as intensive as those.